Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is about the real story behind the Annabelle doll. But before we get into today's video, to those who are new to this channel, please feel free to click on the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you would be notified about the latest updates. So without any delay, let's get right into the video. According to the Warrens, the story of the Annabelle doll began in 1970 when a woman purchased an antique Raggedy Ann doll from a hobby store. The doll was a birthday gift for her daughter Donna, who was a student nurse. She was living with her friend Angie at the time, and Donna was delighted with the gift. At first the girls were happy with the doll, but soon they started to show some signs of hauntings, which eventually made the girls fear the doll. At first, its movements were subtle and confined to the bed where Donna had left the doll. However, in time the movements became more noticeable. Donna and Angie began to discover the doll in different rooms than they had left it. It would even appear back in Donna's room with the door shut. Sometimes they found the doll with its legs crossed and its arms folded, while on other occasions it was found standing on its feet, leaning against a dining room chair. They even discovered it kneeling on a chair, which was strange because if they tried to make the doll kneel on its own, it would fall over. It couldn't kneel. The Annabelle doll story quickly became more sinister. Soon, the girls started to find notes around their apartment. The strange thing was that the notes were written on parchment paper, and neither of the two girls had ever used parchment paper before. The messages read, "Help us and help Lou." Lou was Donna's roommate, Angie's fiancé, and had been staying with them. One day, when Donna came home from work, she found what looked like blood on the back of the doll's hand and 3 drops of blood on its chest. There was no explanation for how the red substance had gotten there. After that incident, the girls decided to call in some help in the form of a medium to find out just what was going on with this doll before things got worse. The medium sat down with the girls and Annabelle, scary doll, and the story that Donna and Angie were given was that the land on which their apartment complex was built used to be a field. A young girl, aged around 7 years old, was found dead there many years before. When the doll came into their apartment, Annabelle's spirit was still in the area in which she died, and because she was fond of the doll, her spirit became one with it. Annabelle became Annabelle the doll. Unfortunately for the girls, Annabelle became Annabelle the haunted doll. Donna and Angie were very loving and giving, however, and because they were felt sorry for the poor girl that had been found dead alone in that field, they wanted the doll to stay because they didn't want her to be left alone. Lou, who was Donna's roommate and Angie's fiancé and had been staying with them, faced Annabelle's wrath the most. Lou apparently was not a huge fan of the doll and repeatedly told Donna that it was evil. One night, Lou awoke suddenly from a deep sleep and realized that he was unable to move. He saw the Annabelle doll at his feet and watched as it slowly glided up his leg and over his chest. Before he knew it, the doll had begun to strangle him until he blacked out. He woke up the next morning certain that his experience wasn't a dream. On a later occasion, Lou and Angie were studying maps to prepare for a trip Lou was embarking. On the next day, when they heard rustling noises coming from Donna's room, Lou approached the closed door and waited for the noises to stop before entering. He turned on the light and saw Annabelle laying on the floor in a corner. He walked over to the doll, but as he did, he began to sense that someone was behind him. He spun around but no one was there. In an instant, he found himself doubled over, grabbing his chest, which was now bleeding. Upon inspection, he discovered 7 claw-like scratches on his chest, 4 horizontal and 3 vertical, that were hot like burns. The scratches healed rapidly and were fully gone in 2 days. After this, Donna decided to seek expert help. She tried to contact a member of the church but was quickly referred to the Warrens. After a local priest put them in touch with Donna, Ed and Lorraine conducted an investigation, and quickly decided that the doll was not attached to the spirit of a little girl at all. In fact, in the Warrens' expert opinion, a violent demonic entity was using the doll as a conduit. Since demons can't possess inanimate objects, this spirit had hoped to hang around long enough to possess one of the occupants of the apartment. The Warrens decided to exorcise the apartment and take Annabelle home with them. Even on the way home, the Warrens claimed that the entity became hateful and angry. They almost swerved into multiple accidents, their brakes and power steering failed, and their car completely stalled out. After Ed Warren splashed the doll with holy water, things quieted down. The next few weeks yielded more of the same for the Warrens. Annabelle would appear to levitate or switch rooms. Even after locking her away in their office, she would move to the living room. At one point, they hired a Catholic exorcist who verbally and physically assaulted the doll and got into a serious car accident shortly thereafter. Eventually, the Warrens had a special case made for Annabelle, and she's remained there ever since. The Warren story of the doll served as inspiration for the Annabelle doll character depicted in the Conjuring universe, a film series that includes the following: Annabelle, 2014, Annabelle, Creation, 2017, and Annabelle Comes Home, 2019. The producers did not use the likeness of Raggedy Ann, partially due to potential trademark issues and partially to make the doll's appearance more unsettling for a horror film. Its appearance has been described as a terrifying porcelain doll that is disfigured and immediately menacing. The character makes its first appearance in James Wan's The Conjuring, 2013, and additionally makes brief appearances in his sequel The Conjuring 2, 2016, and Michael Chavez's The Curse of La Llorona, 2019, and The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, 2021, as well as in the DC Extended Universe films Aquaman, 2018, and Shazam, 2019, respectively, directed by Wan and Annabelle. Creation director David F. Sandberg. The doll also appears in the trailer of the upcoming Shazam: Fury of the Gods, also directed by Sandberg. Okay guys, that is all for today's video. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell to receive the latest update from my channel. See you soon in another interesting video. Bye.